It happened on Christmas Day, the one day nobody expected drama. While most of the internet was exchanging gifts and watching festive movies, the Markiplier community was on fire. Overnight, fans logged into Reddit only to find something shocking. Several of the most active moderators on the official Markiplier subreddit had been removed. No warning, no announcement. Just gone. At first, people thought it had to be a glitch. Maybe Reddit messed up, or maybe it was an automated cleanup. But then a new pinned post appeared. It was from Markiplier's team, short, official, and completely lacking in explanation. It confirmed what fans feared. This wasn't a mistake. The mods had been kicked out, and new rules were being put in place. That's when everything erupted. You have to understand, this subreddit wasn't some random fan page. It had been the beating heart of the Markiplier community for years. Millions of members sharing memes, theories, charity updates, and personal stories. Some of the moderators had been there since the early days, volunteering thousands of hours to keep things running smoothly. They weren't just names on a list. They were part of the family. So when they were suddenly removed, people took it personally. Reddit filled with speculation. Threads popped up with titles like, "What happened to the mods?" and "Why did Markiplier purge his own community?" Some fans accused him of betraying his loyal supporters. Others said it was probably about internal drama, disagreements, maybe even a power struggle behind the scenes. Then came the theories. Some believed the mods had been removing posts critical of AI art, and that the purge was related to the wider debate about AI content on the subreddit. Others thought it was about control, that Mark wanted tighter oversight of how his image and projects were discussed. Nobody knew for sure because Mark stayed silent. That silence made things worse. Memes started circulating. People compared the subreddit to a dictatorship. Some of the former mods even spoke out, claiming they were blindsided and never given a reason. A few fans said they were leaving the community entirely, calling it a sad day for what used to be one of the friendliest corners of the internet. Meanwhile, others defended Mark, saying it was his brand, his community, and he had every right to reshape it however he wanted. After all, being one of the most famous YouTubers in the world comes with massive risk. Maybe he was protecting the community from something bigger. Eventually, the chaos settled, but the damage lingered. Trust was shaken. The subreddit slowly rebuilt itself, but it never quite felt the same. The fan base that once prided itself on openness had suddenly learned how fragile online communities can be when one decision, one click, changes everything. And that's what made this controversy so haunting. It wasn't about money or fame or sponsorships. It was about connection. It showed that even someone as beloved and thoughtful as Markiplier could spark outrage by stepping into the delicate balance between creator and community. Because sometimes the scariest thing about power is using it. But the Reddit controversy wasn't the first time Markiplier's past had come back to haunt him. It started with a Reddit post, just a few lines of text, no screenshots, no evidence, just a question. Wait, did Markiplier really say that in an old video? Within hours, it exploded. The post gained thousands of upvotes, and soon old fans started digging. They combed through ancient YouTube clips, the early 2010s era when Let's Plays were raw, unfiltered, and creators said whatever popped into their heads. And then someone found it, a moment buried deep in the archives where Markiplier had allegedly used a slur, a single word said years ago, but enough to set the internet ablaze.
Gossipy, like, things that people are like, this is a problematic moment, or what's the word for that?
Oh.
This is one of those. Like on a list of your favorites problematic.
Yeah.
El Blindo.
El Blindo probably
Add El
tops
Blindo
the list.
to that.
Yeah. Right up there where I made a tranny joke in Drunk Minecraft.
Now, before we go further, Let's remember what made this so shocking. Markiplier wasn't just another YouTuber. He was the face of kindness on the platform, a creator known for charity streams, heartfelt speeches, and positivity. He was one of the good guys. So hearing that he might have said something offensive, even in the Wild West days of early YouTube, didn't fit the image people had built of him. That's what made it sting. Clips started resurfacing on TikTok. Users debated whether it was real, edited, or taken out of context. Some longtime fans said they remembered it, but had always seen it as a dumb, immature joke, part of that chaotic early YouTube humor everyone had moved past. Others said that didn't matter. Words have weight. One viral post read, even if they were said years ago. The internet divided fast. On one side were fans defending Mark, saying he'd grown tremendously since then, becoming one of the most empathetic creators online. On the other were critics arguing that growth doesn't erase accountability. Old quotes, they said, should still be owned, especially when they come from someone as influential as him. Then, as the noise hit full volume, Markiplier responded. He didn't dodge it. He didn't try to erase the past. In a stream, he addressed it head-on, admitting that his early years on YouTube were full of mistakes, times when he spoke without thinking, when he didn't fully understand the harm certain words could cause. He expressed regret, and fans could see it was genuine. He didn't post some corporate-sounding apology. He just talked, calmly, honestly, like a human being. And that's what changed everything. Because while the internet is quick to cancel, it's also quick to forgive when someone owns up. After that, the outrage started to cool. Fans resurfaced stories about how Mark had donated to LGBTQ+ charities, how he championed kindness and inclusivity for years.
Is that we are all equal and deserve to be treated with respect. We're more than our labels.
People began seeing the controversy for what it really was. A reminder that even the best among us can grow from who we used to be. By the time the dust settled, Markiplier's reputation was intact, maybe even stronger. The moment reminded everyone that perfection isn't what makes a creator great. It's honesty. And in a world where influencers scramble to hide their mistakes, Mark did the opposite. He faced his. And that's why, years later, he's still here. Proof that accountability doesn't end a career, it defines it. But even after weathering controversies about community control and past mistakes, Mark would face one more modern challenge that would test his values in a whole new way. It all started with something as small as a thumbnail. A fan scrolling through Markiplier's feed noticed it. A slick, almost too perfect image promoting his newest video. The colors, the lighting, the detail. It didn't quite look human-made. Within minutes, Reddit lit up with one question. Did Markiplier just use an AI-generated thumbnail? That single spark lit a wildfire. See, this wasn't just about a picture, it was about what it meant. For months, the internet had been debating the role of AI in art and content creation. Fans were accusing influencers and companies of stealing from real artists, of replacing human creativity with code. And now, one of the most respected creators on YouTube, someone known for authenticity, was suddenly in the middle of that fight. At first, it was just speculation. But then a few users posted side-by-side comparisons, pointing out the weirdly smooth skin textures, the off-center reflections in the eyes, the impossible lighting on his face. To some, it looked like a mistake. To others, it looked like betrayal. The comments turned brutal. Mark's using AI now? Guess even the good ones sold out. Didn't he say he supported artists? Reddit threads flooded with debates. Some fans defended him, saying it was probably his design team experimenting with new tools. Others were furious, claiming he was promoting AI art to millions of impressionable viewers without acknowledging it. The situation escalated so fast that moderators on his own subreddit started deleting posts to control the chaos. And that, of course, made things even worse. Censorship, cover-up, power trip. Those were the words flying around. And then, finally, Markiplier broke his silence. He went live. No big PR statement, no edited apology video, just him talking straight to camera. He admitted he'd seen the drama, he'd heard what people were saying, and he wanted to set the record straight. He explained that the thumbnail was partially AI-assisted, but not in the way people assumed. His team had used it as a creative tool, not a replacement for artists. He talked about how he believed AI could be used ethically, as long as it was transparent and respectful. Then he paused and said something that stuck with everyone watching. We can't stop technology from evolving, but we can choose how we use it. That line changed the tone of everything. Some fans still weren't satisfied. They wanted a full apology, not an explanation, but others saw the nuance. They appreciated that Mark didn't dodge responsibility or throw his team under the bus. He faced the criticism head-on in the same calm, thoughtful way he's handled every storm in his career. In the end, the controversy didn't destroy him. It humanized him. It showed that even creators with the purest reputations can stumble into gray areas when technology outpaces ethics. And maybe that's the real story here. Not about AI, not about art, but about how even the most genuine creators have to walk a tightrope between progress and principle, and how one thumbnail can start a global conversation about what it means to create in the first place. So what do these three controversies tell us about Markiplier? That even the kindest, most authentic creators aren't immune to backlash. That one decision, whether it's removing moderators, facing old mistakes, or experimenting with new technology, can spark debates that ripple across millions of fans. But what sets Mark apart isn't that he's never made mistakes. It's that when he does, he faces them. He doesn't hide, doesn't deflect, and doesn't pretend to be perfect. He shows up, explains himself, and trusts his community to understand the complexity of being human in the public eye. From Christmas Day chaos to AI debates, Markiplier's controversies have never been about malice. They've been about growth, about navigating the impossible balance between being a brand and being a person. And through it all, he's remained what he's always been: honest, thoughtful, and unafraid to evolve. Because at the end of the day, that's what makes a creator truly great. Not avoiding controversy, but surviving it with integrity intact. And that's it for today's video. What do you think about Markiplier's handling of these controversies? Did he respond the right way, or could he have done more? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing different takes. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with someone who'd find it interesting too. It really helps the channel grow, and it keeps me motivated to bring you even more wild stories like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.